What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Wrenching Wrecked. We are up at the shop, powder coating shop. Clearing some stuff out of here. We've been absolutely slammed with rush job work on some race car wheels. So jamming away on these. 6 or 8 got picked up today. I lose count. I think there's 14 or 16 total. I don't really remember. It wasn't a complete set, so I'm thinking 14. And here is, well, the old battery died. So sorry about that. Been up here blasting all day. Super fun on a Saturday. So now it's 10, 11 at night. But we had so basically in that parts lot that I bought out, I had a dual disc narrow glide front end, mag wheels, front rear, 79 or 78 super glide frame with square swing arm, 2x4 shock mount, riser, bars, stainless brakes already done up front. You just gotta add your master and go. But dual disc narrow glide, and I had a rotary top trans, unknown condition, but it does shift through the gears on the bench. And this 80-inch shovel motor, 78, 79-ish. It's kind of goofy in terms of layout, but it is all there. Push rods are in, it does turn over. No weird tight spots rotating it over. There's one broken fitting on the oil pump, but it's kind of a builder special. That's how I had this whole deal listed. So I don't have papers for the frame. I don't have papers for a motor. Obviously, it's a later model. But for a build your own Shovelhead setup, a lot of good parts here, a lot of usable parts here. I know the mag wheels are becoming more desirable in recent years. I'm not a huge fan of them, but they look good, they can work. Oddly, this is a 78, 79 setup. Here's an 02, pretty much the exact same wheel design. They didn't change all that much. But had all of this listed as a builder special on Facebook Marketplace. Reasonable, pretty cheap for what it is. And a buddy of mine was also kind of interested. We were kicking back and forth for a while. He pulled the trigger, he shot me a number, I countered. I'm throwing in some of the other stuff, so one of the oil tanks that I got and some other parts for it, but I'd rather have it go to somebody local anyway, and I don't have to deal with a million questions on the internet because everybody wants all the details and all the information, and it's a builder special. I don't have a ton of the information. I didn't pull the heads off. I don't know what the inside of this motor looks like. It's kind of a take it or leave it. What you see is what you get, but it is a complete shovel. Anytime I advertise something like this, I always say we'll probably need a rebuild, unknown condition. I'm not lying. I'm not going to say that I pulled it out of a running bike or anything like that unless it is something that I genuinely had in a running bike. Now, with that, builder special, this whole lot is going. He does not want the transmission, so we worked out a deal. I'll keep the rotary top, and he gets this, plus the motor, plus an oil tank. Now the problem is, it just snowed again, not much, but a couple inches, and they've been out plowing and salting for the 1 inch of snow that we got. I don't want to drive the truck when it's snowy outside. The snow I don't mind, but I don't want to drive the truck when it's salt outside, and they've been doing that all day. So the roads are covered in salt. Not that I'm a purist, I will drive my truck in the snow if I need to, but I like to avoid it when I can, only because it's old. Why perpetuate or expedite, rather? Why would you want to speed up the rusting process when it can be avoided? So I also said I'd deliver this, which means I fit a full Sportster frame with fork in the back of the Volvo Wagon before. I think I'm going to cheat it a little bit. So all I'm going to do is yank some parts off of this and basically get this set up to drop in. So I think we're going to pull the rear brake because it's not hooked up to anything, but pull the rear wheel and the bars and basically lay this out. Motor can sit shotgun in the passenger seat, but other than that, we got to take this apart a little bit. So let me dig it out of this corner so I got a little bit of room to work, disassemble this, and then jam it into the back of a station wagon. change of plans. After looking at this, all I need to do to get this to fit in the car is drop the front end. So, we're gonna do that. I might go time lapse on this because I don't really feel like explaining anything. There's not all that much. The whole front end, your brake is already disconnected from the brake line, no wiring here. So basically, all we have is a pinch bolt, upper bolt here, and then we'll kind of shimmy it up and down. These are kind of loose already, so we'll drop the fork caps. Then the lower tubes will drop out, reassemble it, throw it all in the car together. I think. I'll let you know if anything else weird comes up, but that's the plan. Now, there is fluid in here. I can hear it sloshing around. So, we're going to throw the fork caps back in. Nothing like that Evo Sporty we just finished up. But we'll get these tightened back down, hand tight at least. Then we got a complete front end, ready to go. I don't have to worry about fork oil leaking all over the car. So, that's kind of another win. I did have a bunch of people messaging me about this bike on the old internet, Facebook Marketplace or whatever. But my buddy that's buying it was reasonable, very fair in terms of pricing. So he's getting a little bit better of a deal, but that's homie prices, right? He gives me parts whenever I need them. And we exchange quite a bit, so that's kind of the game you play, I guess. And then all we got left is the pinch bolt for the stem. Let me pull this out, because for whatever reason, it wants to fight me a little bit. And we're only going a couple threads on here. This will probably all come right back off. There's that. So now we have a front end done and ready to go. I think there's enough tension on here where the O-ring should seal. I'll go a little bit tighter. I just don't want to make a giant mess in the back of the car, especially now because this is going to drop the upper section way lower than it has been. And then we get to learn how to wrestle all of this stuff into the back of a station wagon. Did I tell you how much I love Volvos yet? Fit a complete moped together in there. So, slowly but surely, making space. Let's go for a walk. I think you're obligated to make chopper noises when you're moving a front end like this, right? So it's rap, 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 rap. Just kidding. Okay. Set you guys here for a minute. Then we gotta figure out what the hell we're doing out here. We'll let the winter in. Maybe I'll do the frame first. I haven't decided yet. Oh. Yeah, there's still a bunch of crap in there. Let me clean up a little bit, make some room. I'm gonna roll the frame over and start with that because that's the bigger of the two, especially now that it's all wonky. We'll do the one wheel roll. Oh. You can judge the 2x4 shock all you want, but it does work pretty well. The only problem with having a truck that's winter, well, a classic truck is your daily driver in the summer. I never have to worry about this until winter when I don't want to drive it. All right, well, 2x4 shock is working. Just like a pickup truck. Okay, that actually worked out better than I thought. Until that. I need these. This is for that 68 motor. Oh well. I think I might have broken some plastic stuff, but we didn't shatter a window, so that's good. There should be room for the front end right next to it. Just like that. If you don't have a Volvo station wagon, highly recommended. I actually have room to put the motor back here, but we'll put that on the front seat. Interior is roached, so I don't really care about scratches. And I don't have all the hardware to bolt it completely down to the engine stand. So, what else is he getting? Giving him the chrome oil tank and a chrome generator. Homie prices are the best. He gets the builder special plus some, just because we trade parts back and forth on a regular basis. So, I think I've mentioned it before, but the biggest thing in terms of trying to build bikes cheap or do whatever, it's not, well, you can source the parts, you can find the parts, but it's the contacts. Make friends with people, talk to people, socialize a little bit. I hate socializing, but I have several buddies of mine doing the swap meets and everything else. Met a lot of people, know a lot of people, and then they start referring you things, or, hey, so-and-so has this for sale if you're interested. You can't do that unless you're in the game and willing to have conversations and talk to people. Hence why we got this parts lot. Another buddy of mine bought it, thought that I might be interested, called me, well, I called him, and then we grabbed everything. And that's how it goes. He made some money off of me, I'm gonna make some money off of him, I'm paying it forward. So let me, the struggle. Gotta get that motor in. Maybe I'll throw some bolts in and then just throw it in the back of the car since there is more room than I thought there would be. We'll be right back. I was gonna say I got smarter on this since I'm using a cart to roll the motor instead of lifting it all the way over here. But I'm fairly certain my leg would beg to differ. Whew. Tried rolling a cart over an extension cord instead of moving it. That's on me. Cart got stuck, motor tried tipping. We saved it, but the shaft went right into my shin. Feels really good. Really, really good. All right, so here's where you need to eat your Wheaties. Why do I have this in my car? And there you have it, a chopper and a station wagon. Maybe I'll try and add some extenders to the bottom of that so it doesn't tip. Let's see what we got. There's your builder special. Stock frame, 2x4 shock, dual disc narrow glide, and a complete cone shovel. Kind of sort of sturdy. We'll adjust that a little bit. I gotta throw a strap in. I think I got mounting hooks somewhere back here. It's basically a glorified pickup truck. We'll be back. Oh, one busted shin and one broken tripod. That's cool. This is why I don't like working late at night. I make a lot of mistakes. So So let's string up a Shovelhead motor. I will say I watched a 90s commercial on these on the internet a little while back. They actually were pretty well thought out. I didn't know that the front seat folds down all the way too, but it will, and then you can fit a full 8-foot plyboard piece of 2x4 without having to stick it out the window. Going blind through tinted windows here is not the easiest thing in the world. The front wheel on that narrow glide frame is snugged up to the driver's seat. Good enough. Can't go anywhere. Snug this bolt up a little bit just to make sure, but good enough for me. Can't come back, that's what I was worried about. Don't need to smash out a window. There you go, Shovelhead Builder Special in a station wagon. I know this is kind of an oddball video, but I've been slammed. Had to come up here and do that. So that's ready to get dropped off tomorrow since I'll be passing this house anyway. Other than that, lots more blasting coating. We got that stupid moped on the lift at home. We're gonna go through and give that a once over, put a parts list together, order some stuff, and then while I'm waiting, there's a good chance I might drop it off of the lift while I'm waiting on parts and put the Super Glide on there and dig into that. Then when the moped parts come, we'll put the Super Glide roller back on the ground, put the motor back up on the stand. At least that's the tentative plan. So bear with me. I know it's busy, it's crazy, it's how life goes. So thanks for watching. I appreciate all the feedback and support. Hopefully you guys are interested in that 68 stroker motor. Like I said, I'm 90% certain it's a stroker. I just don't have all of the tools or the know-how to know exactly how they made it that way. Except for the fact that my research tells me that it's probably KHK flywheels. Could be totally wrong. Still haven't made it to the Indy shop because we got so busy, but it's on the list. He'll know better than me. I will report back what I find from them. If you guys know, I know I saw a couple comments on that motor so far in terms of it's gonna get hot, it's gonna be an overheating machine, blah, blah, blah. Yes, 100%. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. I think there might have been some negative ones too, like you're way over your head. 100% I dove way off the deep end. I didn't buy it that way. I didn't intend for that to be that motor. It just is what it is. As of right now, all I'm doing is a quick little tear down on it, figure out what it is, and then try and figure out who wants it. So if you're interested, shoot me a message in the comments and we can kind of discuss that from there. Thanks for watching. We will catch you guys on the next one.